Welcome everybody to the graduating firefighter paramedic class of August 2022. Yep. So to start, what I'd like to do is just introduce some of our city officials that are here today. First I'll start is with our mayor, Barbara Delglaze. We have council member Kim Carr. Council member Natalie Mosier. And council member Rhonda Bolton. And then also for the city, we have our new city manager, Al Zelenka. Next, what I'd like to do is introduce our fire chief, Scott Haberly, with a little welcome message.
So good afternoon, everyone. So thank you for being here today, and welcome to the City of Huntington Beach, and welcome to our home here at Gothard Station. So today, we just want to let you know this is a family event. It's your event. We always say, don't worry about kids, don't worry about all of that. You don't have to keep anybody quiet. You want to take pictures, come up and take pictures, walk up. This is really here for you to share the experience and to congratulate your loved ones on all the great work they've done to get here. So with that, I just want to welcome you. And again, this is your event, so feel free. If we got to move your chair back in the shade, that's perfectly fine to do that too. Okay, so with that, welcome, and I'll turn it back over to Justin.
All right, next what I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce our Huntington Beach Honor Guard. Next, I'm going to introduce firefighter paramedic Ryan Britz to lead us all in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Everyone, please stand. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Fire, turn, present arms! I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
All right, thank you very much. Next, I'd like to introduce the group of individuals, why we're all here. Graduating class of 2022, Academy graduates. Go ahead and come on down. Firefighter paramedic Sean King. Firefighter paramedic Ryan Machuca. Firefighter paramedic Ryan McNally. Firefighter paramedic Kyle Osato. And firefighter paramedic Stephen Prescott. Go ahead and have a seat. Thank you. All right, next I'm going to introduce our chaplain, Roger Wing, for our invocation.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Would you please bow with me in prayer as we welcome in these 5 new great firefighter paramedics into the Huntington Beach Fire Department. Lord, we thank you so much for the opportunity to come together and to recognize and to celebrate and to welcome the addition of these 5 new men into our Huntington Beach Fire Department. We thank you that you've brought Sean, both Ryans, Stephen and Kyle, through the academy successfully, and for the opportunity that we now have to pin badges on them as they begin this new chapter in their firefighter careers. It truly is a blessing to be able to grow the department with new energy and experience. We thank you for the talents and abilities that you've given to each one of these men and pray that you will grow and develop them as they serve our Huntington Beach community. We also ask for your hand of protection on them and their families as they faithfully serve. Lord, we want to thank you for your hand of protection over everyone in our Huntington Beach Fire Department. We recognize that this truly is a dangerous profession, so we need your blessing and protection each and every day. May each one seek you for the difficult decisions that need to be made, and may you give them wisdom and discernment as they serve our community. Lord, we ask for your hand of healing on those that are out with injuries and on those who are serving each and every day with the normal aches, pains, and issues that just go along with the strenuous requirements of the job. So please bless each and every member of our fire department as they so faithfully serve us and all Huntington Beach. And we also ask for a safe conclusion to this week's wonderful surf activities. Lord, we ask you to bless our time together now as we recognize each of these men and formally welcome them and their families into the Huntington Beach Fire Department family. And we ask this in your precious name, Jesus. Amen.
All right, thank you, Chaplain Wing. Next, I'd like to introduce our mayor, Barbara Douglas.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's an exciting afternoon, and I'm sure for the parents and relatives and friends, you're excited as well, because we are. I love coming to this event. It's always so very special. On behalf of the Huntington Beach City Council, it is my privilege to congratulate the newest graduates of the Huntington Beach Fire Department. Your tremendous effort and determination to be successful in the fire service are commendable. Today, we are celebrating the outcome of your hard work. One of the core values of the Huntington Beach Fire Department is exceptionality. It is defined in the fire department's leadership intent document as behavior and actions that exceed standard expectations to deliver outstanding results to the community we serve. The highly trained and dedicated people that make up the Huntington Beach Fire Department, including those we are honoring today, are truly exceptional. We are fortunate to have an outstanding fire department. It is Class 1 agency, and its members take pride in serving this community. HBFD is highly respected and admired. As our newest members of the department, I'd like to challenge you to always do the following. Strive to be the best in everything that you do and service you provide. Continue to learn and improve every day the work that you come to. Seek feedback from your leaders and your peers, even if it's critical, to use the valuable input to learn and grow. Be adaptable to different environments and circumstances. Build relationships with others and be supportive of their ideas. And finally, we all know that no one achieves success alone. At this time, but I would also like to give thanks and congratulations to your family, your friends who have supported you and encouraged you, contribute greatly to your success. I would also like to recognize the Academy staff who guided and mentored you through this vigorous training program. The famous football coach Vince Lombardi once said, "Perfection is not attainable, but if you chase perfection, you can catch excellence." Continue to pursue exceptionality in all you do, and you will have a very successful and rewarding career in the Huntington Beach Fire Department. Congratulations on this great achievement and in your career and your life.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Next, I'd like to introduce some of our chief officers, support staff, kind of the structure, if you will, that helped build this academy and get our new firefighter paramedics to where they are today. You've met our fire chief, Scott Haberly, already. Division Chief Eric McCoy is somewhere in the back, Division Chief of Operations. Also to Division Chief Eric Dieterman. I believe is that, there he is, right there. We got Battalion Chief Jeff Lopez from EMS. He was helped lead the way in their EMS instruction. And we also have Battalion Chief Darren Witt, our B-Shift Battalion Chief in the back. Most important, though, is our next group, and so this was our training cadre, which was led here by Administrative Captain Sean Haynes. He's in charge of our training division. And then we also had 2 instructors that were assigned permanently to this academy during the 5 weeks. That was Captain Matt Kubota and firefighter paramedic Ryan Britt. And also, and just as important, is our support staff. Because without our support administrative staff, nothing is ever going to happen. We can show up to work, but God only knows what's going to happen if they aren't here. So, but I'd like to recognize a number of them that are here. I know from administration we have Beth Davis, or somewhere, Kristen Navordnik. Also, too, from our training center, Karen Pickering. Oh, there we go, all the way over there. Let's see. Who else is here? We got, Samara El-Jahari. Hello. And then finally, too, our fire maintenance training technician, Anthony Rivituso. He's kind of our backbone here in regards to all the logistics with the facility. So thank you to Anthony. All right. Well, I think that's everybody. If I missed somebody, Kevin Justin. I knew I missed something. I know. Like I said, I haven't done this for. But yeah, thank you to all of them. Truly, I mean, from the top all the way down, that have this kind of support for them in leading the way into bringing them in our department, it unparalleled. All right. So next, I'd like to introduce our Academy speaker, firefighter paramedic Ryan McNally.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for coming to the 22 graduation class for the Huntington Beach Fire Department Lateral Academy. Without the support of each and every one of you, friends, family, and everyone who came to join us today, what we are celebrating would not be possible. As you all know, the fire service is a labor of love. It takes every ounce of time, energy, determination, and passion to get to the point where we're all at today. And today is only the beginning. Although without the unconditional support and love you have all shown us through this journey in our lives, we have never lost sight of the fact that you are the reason we are standing here today. For that, we all owe you an immense thank you and a round of applause. Before I go any further, I want to tell you a little bit about each and every one of us. Once you get to know who we are, it puts the story in a little bit greater of a context. First, I'd like to introduce to you Ryan Machuca. Before coming to Huntington Beach, Ryan served the Arcadia Fire Department for almost 10 years, making him the most experienced individual in our group. If anyone in the entire academy ever needed anything, he would be the first person we would all ask. Ryan came prepared each and every day with absolutely anything we would all need. From a custom first aid kit to our blistered and beaten feet to massage guns and liquid IVs. Ryan also ended up packing the best lunches and making absolutely none of us would ever go hungry. He quickly evolved into the role of the group dad. But like any good parent, he was also the first person to cheer us on. You could never catch Ryan without a smile on his face, always ready for the next evolution, and rooting for each and every one of us as we would go take our turn. Ryan is one of the most kind-hearted, genuine people I've ever met, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to get to know him over these past few weeks. Next up is Stephen Prescott. Prescott spent the last 5 years of his life in Texas as a firefighter paramedic for the Dallas Fire Department, but hates the Cowboys. Stephen is a man of few words, but is an absolute workhorse and would help anyone without hesitation. When there's a job to be done, you will find him dead center in the middle of it each and every time, giving 110% all day, all night, and always eager for more. During the academy, in the middle of one of our hose evolutions, the Cadre surprised us with an unexpected mayday. For those who don't know what a mayday is in the fire service, it's a distress signal. It means in blatant terms a firefighter is in immediate need. When the crew got to the room, they found 2 victims. Prescott dragged the firefighter, who weighed over 200 pounds with gear on, out of the room, one-handed, like a 2-pound dumbbell. And then we have Sean King. Sean comes from just across the pond in Fountain Valley to follow his father's footsteps, who had a very long and successful career at the HBFD. Even though we are all just starting, Sean has been here his whole life. Growing up in and out of these firehouses, this was his second home, his family, and he shows that each and every day with enthusiasm about being here. If you ask Sean what his favorite day of our academy was, I can promise you he will not say it was our wildland day in Laguna. Sean is full of charisma and life and is the first person to pick you up when you are down. Although I think the most courageous person out of this academy has to go by far to Kyle Osato. Not only did Kyle serve the citizens of Huntington Beach for years prior as an ambulance operator, he was such a stellar employee they sponsored him through his endeavors to paramedic school in hopes that he would be the next group of firefighter paramedics. This is Kyle's second time going through the Huntington Beach drill tower, not due to inadequacies or failure, but something a little bit more grave. Kyle, just before entering his first tower, was diagnosed with cancer. Less than a year later, Kyle is cancer-free and has joined us as a refresher to brush up on his training before hitting the floor. Kyle is that go-with-the-flow type of friend we all have, the one who never sweats the small things in life, and is grateful for each and every single day to be here. Similar to Ryan, you can always count on Kyle to have a smile on his face and a positive can-do attitude. And lastly, you have me, Ryan McNally, the 22-year-old youngster of the group coming from Oceanside. The reason I made the move here is similar to Sean. It's where my family's from. It's where my mom went to school, talked about riding her horse on the beach, and how this city is truly like no other. My grandfather was a lifeguard boat captain for over 30 years, working for both Newport and Huntington Beach, and was a part of the Boys of 55. For you those who don't know about the Boys of 55, they're surfing Hall of Famers and largely given credit for starting the surf culture in Huntington, hence the name Surf City. There's something to be said in having the opportunity to serve where not only your family grew up, but played a large part in that town's history. And for that, I am truly blessed and grateful to be here. Now you may ask yourselves why I say all this, or how this came to be relevant, but it all truly is why we are here. We all come from extremely different backgrounds, came from different places, different levels of experience, but all bring something truly unique to the table. The Huntington Beach Fire Department lives and breathes off 6 key ideas: humility, social awareness, passion, exceptionality, integrity, and legacy. Now, when you think back on those words I've said about my academy members, I feel we all truly embody these in our own unique way. At the beginning of the academy, we were tasked to write every day on a whiteboard what each one of us meant to us, and what we came up with was truly remarkable. Each pillar extends so much greater for what you could ever read in a dictionary, because although very similar, they all have their very unique definition. What is so special about the Huntington Beach Fire Department is that they believe in what they say, they practice what they preach, and these core values are not just words on a board. It's how we live, it's how we serve, and it's who we are. Every day since I've been here, I've met somebody new. They've shaken my hand, introduced themselves, and stated if there's anything that they can do to help, please reach out. The difference here is they sincerely mean that. Since the first day of our academy, the on-duty crews, the cadre, the command staff match our effort, if not exceed it. Each and every individual here wants us to succeed just as much as we do, and will do whatever it takes to help us get there. They've pushed us to new lengths beyond what we thought was possible, challenged us to think beyond the task at hand, and to adapt to any situation that may come our way. Huntington Beach builds thinking firefighters that don't stray away from change, but rather embrace it. As we come to the end of the academy, we are only at the beginning of our next chapter in a very long and fulfilling career. As we move into our probationary year, we will find ourselves being constantly challenged mentally, physically, and emotionally. In no way, shape, or form will it be easy, but I'm confident, knowing what I know about my fellow brothers besides me. We will use every minute of it to learn, grow, and strive to be masters of our craft like those that came before us. I'd like to say a special thank you to all the command staff, crews, cadre, and administration who have helped us get to where we are today. The Huntington Beach Fire Department is dedicated to providing the highest quality fire, marine safety, and emergency medical services to protect our community. We are proud and honored to be a part of it. Thank you.
This might be the coolest thing ever.
We're adding a picture to it, sir.
You're adding a picture? Oh boy. So, you know, as you heard from Ryan, right, he was the youngest member by far. And of course, in traditional fire service fashion, when somebody's got to make a speech, you would think, oh, you should take the senior, you know, eloquent speaker, the dad maybe. No, take the kid, throw him up here, and then all of a sudden you just watch him just hit it out of the park. So fantastic job. Thank you very much. Well, you got your work cut out for you. Next we bring up is Captain Sean Haynes. He's going to give an overview as to what our recruits have gone through over the last 5 weeks.
Thank you, Justin. You guys thought I was just going to stand back there the entire time doing nothing, huh? So I too am blown away, Ryan. That was amazing. And I know I was here for most of the academy, but not all of it. I did miss a couple weeks. But I am blown away at the camaraderie and the family that you guys have built. And you guys are going to fit right in. Just don't forget your training. Training was where it's at. Right, Chief? All right, so for those of you who don't know me, good afternoon. My name is Sean Haynes, and I am honored and privileged to serve as a training officer for the City of Huntington Beach Fire Department. I've had the incredible opportunity to work and train with the 5 graduates that we are here to celebrate with this afternoon. We got firefighter paramedic Sean King, firefighter paramedic Ryan Machuca, firefighter paramedic Ryan McNally, firefighter paramedic Kyle Osato, and firefighter paramedic Stephen Prescott. In case you guys haven't heard their names enough, you're going to keep hearing them. So 5 weeks ago, our training staff and cadre had the opportunity to begin what I would describe as the greatest adventure and best decision of their lives. We wanted to instill in them an organizational framework that includes humility, social awareness, passion, exceptionality, integrity, and legacy. Those are the pillars that you see on the board over here. You're going to be hearing that a lot too. These pillars that we've worked so diligently with them to build and foster a culture for their success. We told you guys on day 1, welcome to the first day of the rest of your lives. That we were going to train you to be thinking firefighters, which I think you're there. We've got more training to do. We've got some probation to do, but I think we're getting there. You will be aggressive, dedicated firefighters that will carry on the traditions and culture of this great department. We told you that we would challenge you physically, mentally, and respectfully. We wanted you to understand the importance of being a Huntington Beach firefighter and what kind of responsibility you have to yourself, your family, and to the citizens of Huntington Beach. We trained you to be a student of the job, know your craft, and never stop becoming better. Be sure to continuously strive for excellence and always be prepared for the unknown. Be safe and understanding that there are loved ones out there that depend on you to come home after each shift. Know that the citizens of Huntington Beach are always depending on you, whether you are on duty or not. You have chosen to protect and serve this great community when called upon. You have sworn to respond with great customer service, exceptionality, and integrity. Remember that we are here to serve them, keep them safe, and look out for their well-being. They trust in us, and they trust in us that we have trained consistently and properly to keep them safe. Your family understands your calling. They acknowledge your decision to serve our community with the utmost passion and customer service. Never forget that they love you, respect you, and they are proud of you and want you home safely. Ensure that you make time for your family and always nurture those relationships. These are the relationships that matter most. Chief Haberly, command staff, distinguished city officials, and fellow HBFD members, and to the family and friends of our 5 graduates, I can assure you that these recruits have not only met the high standards of our department, they have exceeded our expectations in ways that I could not have imagined. The training cadre leans on legacy. We strive to make each and every one of these recruits better than we ever were. This is the future of our department. We owe it to them to be diligent in their training and show them the pathway to success. Each one of you should be extremely proud of your accomplishments and the exceptionality that you've brought here today as the newest members of the Huntington Beach Fire Department. Don't worry, I'm not done yet. So I'd like to also give a huge thank to the Academy cadre and staff. Without them, this Academy wouldn't be as successful as it was, and they were introduced earlier, but I'll just give a quick shout out to Battalion Chief Justin Fleming. He says a lot of us are the backbone, but he led the charge. So Captain Matt Kubota, firefighter, paramedic Ryan Britz. By the way, those two are my heroes. They did most of the lifting this academy. Thank you, guys. We've got Kevin Justin, Kristen Nadwernick, Anthony Ruatuso, up there with a fantastic mustache, can't miss it, and Karen Pickering. So these names given are a true testament of the dedication and legacy of the Huntington Beach Fire Department. Because of them, our fire department will continue to exemplify greatness and passion. I especially want to thank the families and friends of today's graduates. The success of these recruits throughout the academy is attributed to your understanding of their hard work, dedication, and long hours. And believe me when I say we understand the incredible sacrifice that you have all endured over the past 5 weeks. So if we could, I want to give you guys a round of applause. We all know we can't do this without family, so thank you guys. So I want to walk you through the incredible journey these exceptional firefighter paramedics have endured and what they've encountered over the past 5 weeks and what the future will hold for them as they start their new career with the Huntington Beach Fire Department. Our training has reflected a wide range of situations that were presented to each of these firefighters as they serve our city. As in all training, one must learn to crawl before walking and walk before running. And please believe me when I say these recruits are in a full sprint as we speak. We have worked on skills from hose deployment, ladder training, ventilation, fire attack, rescue, auto extrication, forcible entry, firefighter survival, water survival. In case you guys didn't see the videos in there, we put everybody in the water and their turnouts. Surprisingly, you float. I saw some fear in some eyes, but you guys did great. Fire dynamics, rope rescue, rules of air management, hazmat, behavioral health, building construction, cancer prevention, EMS, and even customer service, ethics, and leadership. And these are just to name a few of the key areas that we covered in our academy. In our short 5 weeks together, we crammed in a lot, didn't we? So during this academy, we did focus on the personal safety of each recruit and also the cadre members, as we continuously decontaminated turnouts, kept a clean atmosphere in order to encourage a prolonged and healthy career. We have challenged these recruits to think about the decisions, to critically think about the decisions that they would make, and we challenge them to take their knowledge and skill set to the next level. Each of you are entering a profession where you never know what the next call will hold. You never know what will be asked of you when the tones go off in the station, and you never know when you may be asked to give the ultimate sacrifice for someone that you don't even know. This is why we take our training seriously. Truly engage in meaningful risk management and understand the mission of our fire department. To the family and friends of these 5 graduates, we are making a pledge to all of you that as an organization, we're going to do everything in our power to keep your loved ones safe. We're going to continue to train them. We're going to continue to hold them accountable to our mission, and we're going to do everything possible to return them to you safe and unharmed after every single shift. As each of you leave here this afternoon, realize you are working for a very special place. A place that will provide you with as many opportunities as you want. A place that prides itself on providing impeccable service to this community. I have faith in each one of you, and I know that all of you will continue to hold yourselves accountable and that you will continue to be an incredible asset to this community and to this department. I want you to always remember that feeling of getting hired, the feeling of excitement and passion. Always keep this feeling in the forefront of your mind. Don't ever forget why you wanted this career in the first place. Your dedication to the community is priceless, and I want to make sure that that spark in you that you have right now never dies. For me personally, these last 5 weeks have been an incredible journey. I've not only had the opportunity to engage with the future of our fire department, but I've also learned what it takes to be a part of a modern fire service. I want to thank each one of you for your hard work, dedication, humility, and your professionalism. Good luck as you begin the next chapter of your journey with the HBFD. And thank you for allowing me to play a small role in this incredible journey that each one of you is continuing with today as you graduate from our academy and become firefighter paramedics for the city of Huntington Beach. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sean. Next, I'd like to bring back up our fire chief, Scott Haber.
So wow, those are 2 very difficult speeches to follow for sure. I think Ryan, what a great job in not only the delivery, but I know you all worked on the content. And Mayor, thank you for being here. And I think what I really want to point out initially is you see that there's consistency and alignment with our department between our mayor talking about our values and exceptionality, our new rookies talking about it and how they put together something to remind all of us why we're here and the public trust that we're consistently working on to build. And then our academy staff. And you see this alignment throughout the whole department, and it's really something special here. And it's not just in the fire department, I think it's in our HB family. And we talk about one HB all the time in the fire family, but I think it's really one HB as a city. And I think one of the things that we went through in the last couple of years with COVID and all of those is it really brought us closer together. So not only are we close here, but we're close with our PD partners, Public Works, Community Services, the beach staff, lifeguards. All of us are working together really better than we ever have at a capacity that we've never really seen before here. And you really were exceptional at talking about how that works and how we work together as a team. So thank you for that. I thought that was super impressive. And Kyle, total rock star. It's so hard to hear that, but I'm so glad you're here, and you are such an incredible person. And it's just, I can't tell you how much I feel for you and what you went through, and to show your tenacity and courage, just unbelievable. So we're really lucky to have you here. Thank you. So I think when we talk about public trust in the service, one of the things that I'll just briefly talk about it, because really we've had a couple incredible speeches here, is the idea that when we go out in the field in the public and how we do our job and how we do our service delivery, it's so much more than fighting fire. The idea they're going to kick in the front door and put out this incredible structure fire, that will happen at times here in Huntington. However, working with the public and dealing with them is so much more different here in Huntington. It's such an incredible, wonderful community, not only how they embrace our firefighters and how they embrace each other, but when we go out in the field, there's some examples of some things that we've had that we're working through. And what I wanted to talk about first is a little bit is that, you know, one of the things that I like to discuss is, so when you're a young parent and you have your first child, now all 3 of my children are like, the 2 of them are in their 20s and one's a teenager, and one told me that I'm older than Google the other day, which is weird and somewhat hurtful, I'm not gonna lie. But, so I didn't understand the issue that we were talking about apparently. But the idea is when they were babies, when they were little, and it's your first child, and I was a new paramedic, And when you have that young child and their pacifier lands on the ground, you got to boil it, right? Because I mean, there could be some disease. When your parents come over and they want to hold a baby, you're like telling your parents who raised you, well, hold on, like you got to lift the head. You're critiquing them on how they do it with your firstborn. The thing is, at 2 in the morning, when that baby's having a febrile seizure and they call 911, and you walk in the door, they've never met you before. You're a perfect stranger, but all you have is you have this badge and this patch, and they're like, here, help. And that's the public trust that we work on, these values every day, about when they call 911, when they're there, we're doing more than just showing up, transporting somebody to the hospital. It's about compassion. It's about empathy. It's about understanding the situation, not only with our residents and quite frankly our customers and our visitors and everybody who comes here, but it's with each other. It's what I expect of all of you and how you treat each other. It's how we treat each other in the department. And it's something that I've seen grow and grow here, and it's so incredible to see. And some examples of that just recently, and these are just examples that have happened in the last couple of weeks. Just last night we had a hazmat in Laguna, and so we were called out by name. We showed up on scene and the battalion chief said, hey, we called Huntington because this one's going to be pretty difficult and we needed you here with us to do it. And that's a huge compliment. Our USAR team that we've been putting together and working so hard with the council supported a new USAR vehicle for us. Now we're looking at on the FEMA team. They're working with us to join Orange County on the FEMA team, and that comes from all the hard work that the people are doing. Just 2 days ago, one of our newer captains, we responded out of our jurisdiction to help with the PD, and there was a young lady in her teenage years who's had a very difficult life, and she was up on the roof of her house just sitting there. The police department were having a hard time getting her down. She didn't want to come down, so they asked for help with us, and again, this is outside of Huntington. But one of our captains laddered the facility, and he went up on the roof and sat with her for an hour, and just talking with her. And she came down quietly. Everything was fine. It wasn't going to be that when he first got there, but it's the idea that there's more to that. One of our members just the other day, we had one of our senior members, and she said that she was focusing on Judge Judy too much, and she wasn't paying attention to the microwave, and it burned her dinner in the microwave. So they got on scene. They opened up the microwave, aired out the house with her. Sweet, wonderful lady, and they were cooking their dinner, so they went back, they took dinner, made her a plate, and brought dinner back for her since her dinner was burned. And I think those are all these great examples of what we are as a department and how we interact. It's more than just the firefighting. We train you on that to keep you safe, to keep you a professional and exceptional, but there's so much more to what we do in the community. And Huntington itself, the rank and file, I can't be more impressed and more grateful to be a part of this department, not only as a chief officer, but really as a member of the department. I think you'll hear me a lot say that I'm jealous of all of you. You're going to spend 30 years in this community, and I won't be able to spend that much time here working here. And so each day that I come back and each day that I'm here, it's such a gift. And so not only are you coming into the fire service, which is literally the greatest job in the world, but you get to do it in Huntington Beach, which is its own unique, just special gift. There are some things though you got to know. So you're in Huntington now, you're in Orange County. I came from LA. Things are going to change and feel different, but I want you to kind of just go with it. Okay, the first thing is you're going to start using words like rad, epic. You're going to use words like, rad, epic, stoked. Stoked is going to come out. It's just going to start happening, right? Like that Texas accent, go away. It's moving, right? You're going to start saying those things. My suggestion is you just kind of go with it. It's going to be in your text messages, your emails. You're going to see it in like official reports. It's going to be interesting when it comes out. And the other thing that I want to give you, just things I learned the hard way, is even though it's overcast, you need sunscreen, all right? You get burned all the time here. And where I come from, the sun is not a good thing, right, for me. So wear your sunscreen even when it's crowded, even when it's done. Use the word and vocabulary, embrace it, just roll with it. You're from Arcadia. Well, I came from the San Gabriel Valley. We don't talk like that, but now this department's epic, right? We're stoked to be here. It's exceptional. I used rad in the 80s a lot, but I'm using it constantly now, even when I catch myself, but I feel good about it, right? So with that though, such an incredible group of young people. Thank you for being here with us. The families, I got to meet a lot of you here. I can't tell you enough how impressed we are with your loved ones. Thank you, because they wouldn't be here without your support. Thank you for that. We spend so much time evaluating and addressing the character of our people when we go through the hiring process. And the idea is that if we get the character right, we'll send them this incredible training cadre. And if we get the character right and the training right, then we have this amazing 30-year employee for this community. That's a great asset. And I know with all of you, it's such an incredible start for you in your career. We've been super impressed with you the entire time. I'm not supposed to say that in front of them because that could screw up your probation, but really, you guys are doing amazing work, and we're grateful to have you here. So with that, I'll keep mine short because we had some really some amazing discussions earlier. So thank you for all of that. Thank you for being here, family. It's really great to meet you. Thank you to our elected officials who come out and support everything with fire department, and our new city manager, Mr. Zelinka. Thank you for being here and do that. Everyone, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Chief. So next, what we'd like to do is get to the best part, which is the badge penning time. What I'd like to do is invite our council members, city manager, command staff, training cadre, if you mind coming up. We'll start pinning some badges here. All right, so first off, we got firefighter paramedic Sean King, who's being pinned today by his fiancée, Samantha. Come on, Clint, you're not crying, I'm crying.
Congratulations. Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it.
Well done.
All right, next we have firefighter paramedic Ryan Machuca. And coming up here we have Corey. And maybe Zachary or not, or maybe just Corey.
Aw, so cute.
All right, next up, firefighter paramedic Ryan McNally. And pinning his badge will be his mom, Erin. Erin, you want to come on up?
Congratulations, Ryan.
Thank you so much.
All right, next, firefighter paramedic Kyle Osato, being pinned today by his girlfriend Samantha.
There you go. That's for you.
Congratulations, Ryan.
All right, and last, not least, firefighter paramedic Stephen Prescott is being pinned today by his parents, Steve and Deanna.
Congratulations.
Well done.
All right, thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Go ahead and sit. All right, so next, our fire chief is going to go ahead and administer the oath of office to our recruits.
All right, please raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Ryan McNally,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of California.
that I will respect, honor, obey, and enforce
I will respect, honor, obey, and enforce
the laws and ordinances of the City of Huntington Beach,
the laws and ordinances of the City of Huntington Beach.
that I will respond to and obey the rules and regulations
I will respond to and obey the rules and regulations
of the Huntington Beach Fire Department,
of the Huntington Beach Fire Department.
that I will honestly and faithfully serve my profession
That I will honestly and faithfully serve my profession
in the discharge of my duties as a firefighter paramedic,
in the discharge of my duties
Further, I recognize the badge of my office
Further, I recognize the badge of my office
as a symbol of public faith,
as a symbol of public faith,
and I accept it as a public trust,
and I accept it as a public trust,
to be held as long as I am true to the ethics of the fire service.
to be held as long as I am true to the ethics of the fire service.
I further promise to hold sacred these objectives and ideals,
Further, promise to hold
sacred these objectives and ideals,
sacred these objectives and ideals,
dedicating myself to the fire service as my chosen profession.
dedicating myself to the fire service as my chosen profession.
Congratulations.
You may sit. Thank you. Congratulations. All right, so in closing, I think we did it all. To tell you the truth, I think everything has been said. It was my privilege and honor in order to be able to serve you guys during this academy. I know, like Sean, I wasn't here for the whole thing, but I'm excited for you. I'm excited for our organization. I'm excited for your future here. I'm very proud of all of you. You know, the one thing I can say is that it is really, really cool to wear this uniform, right? I've been here, 18 years, and every day I get to put it on, and I see that patch, it just blows my mind. And I'm just so excited for you on the start of this journey. Just know that we are here for you. Training Division is where it's at. And we will do whatever it takes. So you guys all have my number, right? And this is just even beyond probation. But if you ever need anything, you give me a call. We're gonna make it happen. We want your success. We want you all to be successful, and we look forward to seeing you progress. So what we're gonna do though is for them to show off a little bit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna close this out, and then we'll take a couple minutes if you want to get some water and stuff like that. What I'd like to do is have everybody move over to where these Easy Ups over here, and we're going to do a demo to where the recruits are going to be able to kind of showcase a little bit of what they learned.